Hi all. So apparently there was a issue with the audio on the first one. So quickly go over what I've said in that one. I've set up a Zoom meeting for you all if you need it. If you want to get on, that's going to be from noon to 1. You don't have to. If you need me to go over some questions or whatever, I can do that. And I have that set up from noon to 1 today. So I'm going to go through and read these two documents, A and B. If you don't need to listen to me read them or don't want to, go ahead and start working on the assignment. Otherwise, here we go. The passage below is a speech by Muhammad Ali Jinnah, who was known as the founder of Pakistan. Jinnah served as the president of the All India Muslim League from 1913 until Pakistan's independence on August 15th, 1947. The speech became known as the Two-Nation Speech and was delivered at the Muslim League's annual meeting in 1940. If the British government really wants to secure the peace and happiness of the people of this subcontinent, the only course open to us is to allow Hindus and Muslims separate homelands by dividing India into autonomous national states. It is extremely difficult to appreciate why our Hindu friends fail to understand the real nature of Islam and Hinduism. They are not religions in the strict sense of the word, but are in fact different and distinct social orders. It is a dream that the Hindus and Muslims can ever evolve in common nationality. This misconception of one Indian nation has gone far beyond the limits and is the cause of most of our troubles and will lead India to destruction. If we fail to revise our notions in time, the Hindus and Muslims belong to two different religious philosophies, social customs, and literature. They neither intermarry nor interdine together, and indeed they belong to two different civilizations which are based mainly on conflicting ideas and conceptions. To yoke together two such nations under a single state, one as a numerical minority and the other as a majority, must lead to a growing discontent and the final destruction of the government of such a state. Muslim India cannot accept any constitution that will lead to a Hindu majority government. The Muslims are a nation according to any definition of a nation, and they must have their own homelands, their territory, and their state. We wish to live in peace and harmony with our neighbors as a free and independent state. Okay. B. The passage below is an excerpt from the book The Discovery of India by Jawaharlal Nehru, published in 1946. Nehru was India's first prime minister and a member of India's Congress during pre-independence. Nehru was actively involved in India's independence movement, and he wrote the book between 1942 and 45 when he was in prison for civil disobedience. Any division of India on a religious basis as between Hindus and Muslims, as proposed by the Muslim League today, cannot separate the followers of these two principal religions of India, for they are spread out all over the country, even if in areas in which each group is in a majority are separated. Huge minorities belonging to the other group remain in each area. Other religious groups like the Sikhs are split up unfairly against their will and placed in two different states. In giving freedom to separate one group, other groups are denied that freedom. If the economic aspects of separation are considered, it is clear that India as a whole is a strong and more or less self-sufficient economic unit. If the division is made so as to separate the predominantly Hindu and Muslim areas, the Hindu areas will be not so hard hit. The Muslim areas, on the other hand, will be economically backward. Thus, the odd fact emerges that those who today demand separation will suffer the most from it. The astonishing fact remains that those who propose Pakistan or partition have consistently refused to define what they mean or to consider the implications of such a division. They move on the emotional plane only. It is difficult to imagine any free state emerging from such turmoil, and if something does emerge, it will be full of contradictions and insoluble problems. Okay, and then the questions are on the next page of the module for you all. And I will see you all hopefully tomorrow.